Well, I think that fortnight probably prior to the kickoff of the first game is the most difficult. And so when the time does arrive, you're dying to get out there because there's only so much talking you can do about games. You just want to go out and prove a point to do your talking on the pitch then.
I mean, in my day, well, we seldom were favourites, but when you were, it was with great difficulty because of the way it is in this country. I mean, rugby, up until now certainly, has been at best probably the fourth field sport or field game. Now it's right up there at the top. I think we've accepted that, and I think we've moved on from the days when we worried about the tag of favourites.
Expectations were to try and win a Grand Slam. I'd be lying if I told you otherwise. It was definitely a Grand Slam, and that's where our focus was on.
Like the Six Nations is a different sort of tournament, and the teams approach it differently. And there's the baggage of, well, not the baggage, it's just the extra thing I think that comes with playing, these teams for the last 100 years. That it provides a different sort of challenge maybe than what comes in the autumn.
I think the only pressure was the pressure we were putting on ourselves. We didn't feel any exterior pressure from anyone. We knew what we wanted to achieve, and we felt we were well capable of doing that.
This game today will be won on work rate. Not about fucking skill or patterns or anything else, it's about work rate. About how much you're willing to get off the fucking ground when you're tired. The last fucking 20 minutes of the game, how much you want to push yourself? Push your fucking body. Defensively, we set ourselves a new standard in that Australian game. No one trusts our system.
Go to them. Go stand off and go to meet them. When we number off, we knock them off.
For Ireland, the RBS Six Nations Championship for 2007, from an Irish perspective, is underway. He kicks over the top as the Welsh backline comes up. Cheika goes back and the ball bounces away from him. Dealt with, given to Stephen Jones, but it's blocked down, and here's an early opportunity into try for Ireland! Oh yes! Rory Best capitalises on the charge down, and Eddie O'Sullivan can only have dreamed of a start like this.
There's a split second where I thought, geez, I'm quite a bit out here. I'm not used to being this far out with the ball. I better sort of look to pass, and I just...
Frog hopped over the line.
Yeah, just hopped over the line. I remember thinking, right, the next 5 minutes are important. Just sort of settle down and sort of don't get really, I suppose, too over the top.
Brian's always spoke about performance, and that was a key word that week. I don't think we were, say, overly confident, that we were going to win. I think we were confident that we were going to be able to perform against these guys and play our game plan.
Darcy looks to find a way through. Gordon Darcy, he always seems to find a way through, and on he goes into the Welsh 22.
Wales were always going to bounce back, and the game was always going to be nip and tuck.
That's where the penalty accrues. Rory Best just having a little word with Peter String.
The Welsh crowd, and sort of every time Paulie wanted to make a call, the whole Welsh line would be shouting and sort of trying to make a bit of noise, and I think they just tried to basically unsettle us a bit.
Inside it goes to Stephen Jones again. Williams on his shoulder. Wales go barrelling into the...
Probably look at the next half an hour, and we didn't really adjust too well. We didn't play particularly well. It took us, I think, all of us a while to adapt to the pace of international rugby. We were blown for half an hour and we couldn't get a second wind, and it took us maybe 30 minutes, or took me anyway, 30 minutes to settle in that game.
I think it's not something that's going to keep Dennis Hickey out of the game. It's a serious head injury, no doubt. And of course, Jordan Murphy is on the sidelines ready to come in.
But I think it's important at this point that is mentioned, the fact that
I'm not playing.
Yeah, you were gone for these 5 minutes. This is a real purple patch throughout the game.
Try made by Jordan Murphy, caught by Jordan Murphy, passed on by Jordan Murphy.
Jordan Murphy watched all the way. Murphy.
That injury worked to Ireland's advantage because Murphy then steps in here as a playmaker.
Murphy, terrific take. Offload to Paul O'Connell.
That's the thing when you've got game breakers. You can be on your back foot. The All Blacks often do it. The All Blacks don't dominate teams for 80 minutes, but they've got an array of game breakers. You just can't beat them.
And tries to find the safety of numbers. It's there once more for Peter Stringer. Now what can Ireland offer? Jordan Murphy, Gordon Darcy, Ronan O'Gara. O'Gara's pass is out to O'Driscoll.
You're not going to stop 100 kilos from that distance.
Back inside O'Driscoll! Absolute magic from the Irish captain.
Done well there. He has the spare tyre around the waistline there to knock over this fella here. The extra few kgs he's carrying. Well done, Brian.
Like when you play Wales play is really keep the ball going. There's a lot of ball in play moments in a Welsh game or another game. It might be a lot more structured and stuff. We knew how hard it was going to be to win this game.
O'Gara's vision and his running game and his distribution game has come on leaps and bounds since Munster won the Heineken Cup.
Until he actually achieves silverware, I think you always have that niggling feeling in your head that you're an underachiever, and that day in May I think set the record straight and gave me huge personal satisfaction, and I've enjoyed my rugby I think to a bigger degree since that day.
Sometimes in Test rugby you've got to set the opposition up, you've got to attack a couple of channels close together a couple of times in a row to make them think that's where the focal point is. We set Wales up for it. It was the first two players that convinced the Welsh we were going to go up the middle of the pitch.
Stringer, O'Gara, Brian O'Driscoll, O'Gara on the loop. Darcy just about holds on. Hickey offers himself. Darcy gets through. Gordon Darcy, he's going to do it all on his own, is he? Inches short.
How did you not score that, Darcy? You're over the line. You're 1 inch out. How did you not score?
Inches short. Ball presented. O'Gara is going to get there.
And here you have O'Gara backing himself in terms of his strength. O'Gara could never have got that try before all the 10-week pre-seasons. It's all the little details, and this is how England won the World Cup. Little details.
If you go back to the famous Australian fly half, Mark Ella, he said, if I touch the ball once, we attack. If I touch the ball twice, somebody scores. And if I touch it 3 times, I score. Ronan touched the ball 3 times and he scored.
Everybody was absolutely shattered after that game. I remember like I had to lie down for 20 minutes after the game and just relax. I couldn't get any. Everybody's weight was down. It's like it was a sheer yes, we've got through it and we've started the ball rolling.
The one thing you can say is we're better than we played today. That's not us. All right. So from that point of view, I'll take that result any time. Go back, we'll look at what went fair shape, we'll kick on from there.
Liam is citing me for stepping on his face.